Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Erik Brown, your Beverly Hills real estate agent, bringing you the best of LA, where I share cool local businesses here in the Los Angeles area and how you can work with them or connect with them. So I've got a special treat today. We're here with my friend Anna Mirimanova, who is a event special coordinator and event planner, as well as a consciousness and meditation guide. Anna, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Erik. I really appreciate your time.
Of course, of course. So I always like to dive in as a first question and have Anna tell us a little bit about the various businesses that you do. So,
yes.
All yours.
Thank you for having me, Erik. So I'm a meditation guide. So I teach meditation, which is a Buddhist form of meditation, Vipassana, which is focused on your breathing. So on focusing on your breathing, calming your mind completely, and that helps you to stop the mind chatter, to balance your mind and stop the mind chatter. So this is the type that I teach. I also teach breath work, and I create events for women, women's circles, and workshops for men and women, which incorporate meditation, breath work, yoga, and many other practices. I usually invite various types of specialists, and that's what I do.
So from an event perspective, as it relates to what you just described, talk about events you've done this year, events that you have upcoming, who might be interested.
Yes, so usually I have events once a month. So if you would like to join, you can follow me on Instagram at AnnaMirimanova111. And usually at women's circles, we focus on connecting to our divine feminine energy, because for women, when they work in the corporate world for busy business women, we are in our masculine energy. So it's very important to switch and to reconnect to that divine feminine energy, and that's what usually happens at my events, where you can leave all your work, everything that you're doing, during the daily basis behind, come to us and join the atmosphere of healing and connection, where you connect. You can truly connect with other conscious-minded women, where we incorporate meditation, breath work, yoga, stretching, dancing. We have ecstatic dance, we have other dance practices, and we have various specialists who guide you through that and who individually work with every single woman who joins our circles. We help you with breath, we'll help you with releasing. If you have to release tension, we guide you through the process. So it's a space where you can feel comfortable and open.
And how long typically are events? Is it a day, a weekend, a couple of hours?
Usually my events are during the weekends, either Saturday and Sunday, and we have some events happen during the day, some events happen during the evening, and it's usually 3 to 4 hours events, sometimes longer.
Centered in a certain area of Los Angeles? Do you bounce around the city?
I do bounce around the city. I have various venues and private residence where I have my events. So the event might be in Beverly Hills, it might be in the Valley, so basically in any surrounding Los Angeles areas.
Now you've also touched on the idea, and you had mentioned this to me off camera, that you work individually with clients. So tell us about that a bit.
Correct. So when I work individually, I usually have 15 to 20 minutes free consultation to see if it's a good match for us to work together. We talk about the person's goals. I touch on my background, what I can offer, and we can talk, we converse, and we see if it's a good match. If we do decide to work together, then I come up with an individual plan for that person. What type of meditation are going to be incorporated into our classes? So it might be Vipassana meditation, and then the person wants to touch a little bit on their past and going into their childhood, work on the childhood traumas. That I would incorporate inner child meditation. If it's more connecting to the higher self, then higher self meditation. I also guide them through breath work. I help the person release, and I work on them energetically. I've also studied energy work, various types of energy work that I also incorporate during the meditation. So as far as individual type, it's more deeper work that we do, and it might take 3 to 6 classes, it might take longer, so it really depends on how deep person wants to go and what exactly we're going to be focusing on.
I find whenever I am connecting with an expert or someone that has a real passion for the field that they're in, I'm always curious as to what got them started. So for you, obviously, your passion shows here on camera, as everyone can see. What got you started?
So what got my spiritual journey started when I actually, it was a turning point in my life. I lost my mom to cancer, stage 4 cancer, and at that time, as you can imagine, I was working in the corporate world, and I had a lot of stress related with the work, but internally I was going through, it was depression, it was anxiety, it was panic attacks. So I just dived deep into the work of yoga and meditation and started doing the work, and a lot of different practitioners and specialists started coming to my space, and I was able to completely shift my mindset and shift myself energetically, and I was able to pull myself out of deep stage of depression, anxiety attacks, panic attacks, without taking any drugs, any antidepressants, any therapy, just purely by incorporating different various breathing techniques, meditation techniques, and yoga. So I saw the result right away, and I started practicing myself. I started teaching, I started attending events, working with a bunch of practitioners, and getting certified in what I currently do. And now my students, I've seen great results among my students, and I've got testimonials from various of them to prove that the work actually is helping people. So that's the reason why I'm so passionate about it, because it actually makes a difference in people's lives.
Yeah, I always think that's amazing when you've not only been able to help others, but you've seen the work that you have done help yourself.
Yes.
You've gone through that journey, and I find that that also helps other people to know that it can work for them because they've seen it with someone else.
100%.
I just think that's amazing.
Thank you.
Of course.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now, you've been doing this for a while, not only personally but also in a business venture.
Yes.
What type of things have you seen evolve in the world of, call it not only events, but also either consciousness, breath work, all of them combined?
Mm-hmm.
Take that any way you like.
I see more people actually are interested in doing the work, because before, a lot of people in the corporate world, they were very like, oh, meditation, what is that? It sounded very out of the world to them. But now I'm noticing more people are open to meditating, more people are opening to learning various meditation techniques, because they're just so different types. And it's just wonderful that so many people out there are now ready to really get to a different level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very impressive.
You know, it's funny, and no pun intended here, but it speaks to societal consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
their openness to the idea.
Exactly.
What would you attribute that to? Is it media? Is it herd mentality? More people have heard about it, so more people are open to it.
I think it's a combination of both. That's a great question. I think it's a combination of both, of media, that people, they see that now everywhere about meditation and yoga, so it's out there. Plus you mentioned the herd mentality. Some friends tried it, or a coworker, family member, oh, I want to try too, that sounds interesting. All right, let me try it out. So it really depends. I think it's individual, but yeah, I think it's a combination of both factors, definitely.
Sure. So where do you see the Anna Mirimanova business going? Like, what happens over the course of the next several years?
So slowly but surely, I see myself transitioning into larger type of events, which would be retreats, a couple of day retreats, and then later on festivals. So right now I'm working on a couple of business collaborations with some incredible people, and we are currently manifesting, to speak our language, we're manifesting that.
And you've mentioned a couple of times your collaborations.
Yes.
What type of either industries or professionals or experts are you working with and connecting with?
Yes, I usually collaborate with experts such as Reiki healers, yoga instructors, Tai Chi instructors, and various types who would love to collaborate with me. And other also conscious type entrepreneurs who would like to either their venue to be involved. I also collaborate with tea companies. I've recently had a beautiful workshop with this amazing high-end tea company, and they export their teas from China, and it's very high-end teas, not a tea bag type. And it was a beautiful collaboration, so I'm open to collaboration. So if you're listening to this interviews and you're a small business owner and you would love to speak, let's do it, let's connect. I would be more than happy to.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, that's great. I always love to ask kind of a final question that's great for the viewers that are watching this. What's a big thing that they need to know as a takeaway from what we've talked about today?
So most importantly is to, if you feel that you have to do the work, if you feel called to do the work, start meditating. You can start meditating for 15 minutes per day, every morning when you wake up or before going to sleep, and you'll start seeing differences right away. and you feel like you're comfortable with something, if you want to take it deeper, then you search for somebody who you feel aligned with energetically. It doesn't have to be me, it can be any other instructor. But most importantly is to start the process, and you will see shifts right away. So basically, don't be afraid to start making changes into your life and incorporating that into your life. Take action.
That's great. As always, folks, I'm going to pop up all of Anna's contact information here. She had mentioned her Instagram channel earlier. It's a great way to be able to connect. If you've got questions, if you've got ideas, if you've got a challenge that you want to work through, I highly recommend connecting with Anna. Learn about her workshops. Learn about the experiences that she can share with you. As always, this is Erik Brown, your Beverly Hills real estate agent, bringing you the best of LA. Tune in to our next episode where we share with you another cool local business. Until then, this is Erik and Anna.
Thank you, Erik.
Signing off.